Hello beautiful Gemini Moon Signs, and welcome to your channeled tarot reading prediction for the new moon happening in Scorpio around the 15th of November. Stay tuned. Alright, beautiful Gemini moons. A lot came through for you while I was meditating beforehand. And let me first go through some of the astrological highlights. And I am getting my astrology information from the Astrology podcast, Tanya Gabrielle and Shani Nicholas. So we see the end is near. Mercury stations direct 3rd November. Mars stations direct 13 November. We have the new moon happening on the 15th. We have a square happening between Mercury and Saturn. We've already spoken about this in previous times, this Mercury-Saturn conversation, revealing difficult truths, seeing difficult things come through, and of course, having moved through this Mercury retrograde and the Mars retrograde, we've had a lot of triggering energies, we've had a lot of things emerging that need to be healed collectively, but also interpersonally. And of course, communication has been a bit difficult. And so stepping into finding your voice, this is another thing that's coming through. But really, we have a lot of Plutonian energy that we're dealing with. Of course, the sun is moving through Scorpio, and Pluto is about the underworld. It's about rebirth, regeneration, purging, showing the truth of a situation. And while these difficult truths come through for us and we must see them, it can feel traumatic, and we can go, oof, you know, the world is in a terrible place. Or we can go, you know what, it was always this way. So now that we see the truth of it, we can no longer sit in this cannot be our truth, and so we must purge and we must move through. So it's a necessary part of the process. While I was meditating for you, I saw a rainbow, and really this rainbow I saw happening between two aspects of yourself. Of course, you're that Gemini, right? You're the twins. And for me, it's really about the marrying of these different aspects of self, right? And about understanding that the rainbow is not some point external from yourself that you find later on, or it's not an end goal, a journey that you reach. It's something that's within you. You are the pot of gold. And it's about building those bridges between those different aspects of yourself, bridges of understanding, bridges of beauty. And it's also, you know, that rainbow is about the different spectrums of the light, right? White light that goes through a prism splits into all the colors. And so it's about understanding that while you are the brilliant white light, you're also all of the different colors, and that the darkness is only the absence of that light, and all you need to do is go and shine that light there in order to make your rainbow. And this really is about, it's about understanding that you already are that magic, right? That magic that creates the rainbow. So in terms of the energy we have leading up to this new moon in Scorpio for you, we have this immense unlocking of truth. And you know, while for a lot of people and a lot of the other moon signs, I'm getting that this truth is very difficult to see, I really am sensing that you're recognizing how you're unlocking different aspects of yourself. And maybe sometimes, yes, those different aspects of yourself, you're seeing the mirror, you're seeing maybe the things you don't like, but through seeing the thing you don't like about yourself, in the reflection of what is happening in your interpersonal relationships, right? And also what you're seeing reflected in the greater global society, you're finding the power to step into being the creator of your life. You're stepping into that understanding that you are the power, that you are the one that manifests and creates and brings things through. And you're understanding in a more tangible way how to step into that power truly, and how to manifest and create, and how to shift things in your life. You really are taking the reins into your hands right now. You really are stepping into this power. You really are recognizing that you are the gold, and that all of the answers you need lie within yourself. And whatever videos you might watch, whatever things people channel through for you, including myself, you, at the end of the day, are the one who gets to decide what resonates for you, what rings true, what puts you in your power. And if something makes you feel fear and something doesn't feel good, then know that this does not align with who you are. And I feel like this is that truth that you are really stepping into. And it's about that focused energy, right? Where are you focusing the energy? Is it on, I'm manifesting and creating what I want for this world, right? What I want to see in my life. And yes, also shining the light there in those dark little crevices, because there have been triggers that have been coming up. But I feel like you've been doing that work. And as Mercury stations direct, it's just going to be easier for you to understand and interpret these things. Easier than it already has been, right? And you're really tapping into, over this new moon in Scorpio, and of course Scorpio is about that purging, rebirth, going into the darkness, allowing something to die so that something new can grow. And I'm really feeling that the thing that you're letting go of at this point is heartache, past hurts, right? Specifically those to do with relationships, past relationships, things you're bringing into your current relationships that are really you're carrying from the past, right? And the knowledge is coming through for you. You're seeing more clearly how those past relationships are affecting the current relationships, and it's therefore becoming easier for you to let go of it. That new understanding, a new layer of that understanding, and it's really coming through in very specific ways where you're recognizing a specific event in your past and being able to release that, and therefore transmute and change your current relationships and the state of those relationships through better communication with yourself, through building those bridges, those rainbow bridges of understanding, and sitting in compassion and making that magic healing happen. In terms of what's happening for you after this new moon, we have a death. We have a death of an old version of yourself. For some of you, it may be a loss of a person in your life as well, but that's really not what's coming through strongly for me. What's really coming strongly is this internal death, the death of the self that victimizes, the death of the self that feels the victim, and the rebirth of the self that takes that power into their own hands, that recognizes the rainbow that is within, and therefore brings that rainbow outside and into your hands and into everything you do, in this world with your hands, the action you take, the love you give, the hugs you receive and share, the love you bring into this world. You really are bringing that magical rainbow touch, the spectrum. And the interesting thing about a spectrum as well is understanding that there's always going to be multiplicity, right? And we also get to choose within that spectrum what resonates for you. Okay, someone out there is saying it's this way. That's fine. Don't waste your energy trying to convince them otherwise. You get to choose where in the spectrum you are. You don't need to tell people that they're wrong because they don't see things in the same way. Recognize that there's that spectrum. You really are stepping into an alchemical space. You are transmuting all of the difficulties that life is giving to you. You are transmuting it into gold because you recognize that you are the gold. This is very powerful, beautiful Geminis. I wish you so much luck in purging these energies and receiving these divine knowledges and unlocking these new understandings. And they really are coming through you, to you. Sometimes Spirit speaks to us through another. Sometimes you hear a friend say something and they're not even meaning it in the way they're saying it, but something suddenly clicks in you and you go, aha, this is the energy I've been working with, and now it makes even more sense, right? There's a lot of these light bulb moments happening for you, and it's all about your internal world right now. And I'm really feeling that after this new moon, you're able to really take that magic and bring it with, you know, from the within space and bring it outwards and transmute it through your hands into this physical realm, right? And so if you enjoyed that, I do hope that you will comment below. Let me know what you thought. Please share some of your affirmations below. Let's create and visualize together what it is we want to see in this new world, what it is we want to manifest in a world that is centered within the heart space, that is about sharing and loving and creating something that is based in the understanding of oneness, right? In the understanding of the interconnectedness and the understanding that we're all just here reflecting for each other. But that there is no actual separation, right? It's all just flowing energy, and that we're part of that energy, and that it always balances out. And so we're in this balancing out process. And so we do this healing work. Please do hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed that prediction. And yeah, this is how you can show me some love. And I'd love it if you joined me on Instagram at LunAscention. I do a weekly live on Tuesdays. I'd love to see you in that space. It's really cool to interact with you while the channeling is coming through. And I really do quite enjoy that very live and immediate kind of space. And yeah, join me on Facebook to keep up to date. And until next time, beautiful Gemini moons, with love.